my stream on. I was doing stuff, and I was still streaming the whole time. Oh, hold on, I can hear myself. It was a little embarrassing. So yeah, you gotta be careful, man, when you're streaming, not to show everyone in the world what you're doing. Be careful about that. I'm going to stream some more Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy because last time I did it, I had a few audio issues, and this time I'm really ready to play this game, play the heck out of this game, and to do really well. So let me just do a few boring things. I'll get the chat booked out. Here we go. I can see the chat. You cannot unless you are using it. Okay. I'm going to tell my buddies on Twitter. I'll post this link that is really annoying people, I think, because they're used to seeing it. I'm streaming. Get over it. If you don't like that, you can get over it. That's a bit aggressive, but I don't care. It's just a joke. And then I'm going to post on Facebook. Let me do a slightly kinder message. It says Master Marvel Monday on this one. Nope. Don't want it to say that. I'm going to say streaming Getting Over It again with better audio. Okay, there we go. It says Marvel Monday. It's not Master Marvel Monday. Hello, everyone. I don't know how many viewers. We've got 0 viewers so far, but hello to the 0 viewers. I've made my buddy Amy into a moderator because she asked if she could moderate the channel. Someone said some homophobic stuff on the channel before, and I'm going to say I don't tolerate any homophobia. So my buddy Amy is going to moderate for us. Now, I was thinking of doing some music today, but the game has music in it, so why not just enjoy that music? Okay, so let's go. First of all, can we see what's going on in the chat? Are we all good? Can we hear me? I've got 1 viewer now, which is marvelous. Hello, my dear viewer. Apparently I've got a lot of viewers, actually. I've got like 4 viewers, according to this. Greetings, Amy. I see you've got a cool moderator sword there. This is Amy, the moderator. Say hello, everyone. She's one of my best friends. And John is saying, loving the shirt. Oh, thank you, John. It is. I've got to say, I was asking my younger brother. I was talking to my younger brother's girlfriend about slang on the internet, and apparently, on fleek means that you have a good dress sense and fashion. So I'm on fleek today. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to this game. I know it's a stressful game to watch, and I'm sorry, but I feel like I want to do it. I want to play this game. I want to do well at it. I mean, I'm 8% proficient at it now. So there we go. I've got my green tea. I've got my pot boy, Potman. Let's go. And welcome aboard, guys. I'm on fleek. Thank you, John. It's very lovely to hear it. I'm on fleek. It's good learning these new words. Ream even. Am I Ream? That is sick. I love being Ream. I'm not. I don't know what I think about reaming, but I do love being Ream. I can make rude jokes now. I'm not a teacher anymore. Ah! I fell down. Okay, let's. It's weird that you can jump with the hammer. It takes some getting used to. I was really good. No, I wasn't really good at this before, but I was better before than I am now. Ream! Living the Ream. Oh. You can't make it go backwards, I've noticed. So you just gotta be patient when you're hammering your way up a tree.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
You're telling me, Mr. Foddy.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due,
I really like
as I
these
or if you left your wallet
these
at
parts.
and you have to go back after spending an
How's
hour
the
in
audio
jail.
quality sounding, by the way,
If you won some
team?
money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding
Let's go
and then
around.
immediately dropped the
I
food
think
bill.
it's a lot more
If you won
satisfying
an
doing
argument
it
with a friend
slowly,
and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is
but
harder
then
than
again, doing it
starting up.
quickly is.
If you're not ready for that,
Maybe I need
like
to
if you've
jump
already
up
had a
here.
bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much.
Oh,
Feel free to go away and
I've
come
messed
back.
up the physics here.
I'll be here.
We'll go. Let's go up here and jump. 10 out of 10 audio. Thank you. I've lost the foam thing, the foam guard for this, so if I breathe, it sounds a bit heavy sometimes. Whoa. Okay, that's. I don't know what's going on with this mouse today. A good worker never blames their tools, though. Whoa. And so I love this game. Part of me is like really attached to it because I feel like
All right. Thanks for coming with me
it
on this
doesn't
trip.
really matter how bad you
I
are at this
understand if you
game.
have to
You're
take a
always
break
making
at any
progress
point.
and learning how to
Just
improve
find a
it. I
safe place
love
to
that.
stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress always.
A
Even when it
sledgehammer. Amy has a ban hammer. I miss my hammer. John, would you like a ban hammer too, buddy? Shazam! It's because it has a lightning bolt. The hammer of justice. You've been deemed worthy of Thor's hammer. Those with a wholesome heart can be moderators. I quite want to see the Shazam movie. I've never really heard of Shazam before. But like one of my friends went out in a lightning storm once and yelled, "Shazam! Ban all the things!" John, you can ban who and whatever you wish. There are no limits. Only only authority and power.
This game is a homage to a
With
free
great
game that came out
power
in
comes great
2002
responsibility.
titled Sexy Hiking.
Whoa.
The author of that game was Jazuo, a
I find
mysterious
it really
tech
funny
designer
when he
who was known at
mentions
the
the
time
name
as the
Sexy
father of
Hiking
B
in
games.
that.
And B games are rough
It
assemblages of
sounds
found
lovely.
objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to
Whoa.
gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than
There
as
we go.
polished
I got up
products.
there. I don't like the house. It's hard to get up. Ban him. No, no. You can ban people. You can ban anyone you wish. There are no limits. I have a feeling now that you guys are going to become Judge Dredd. Nah, like I trust the authority of my mods. No limits. Don't ban me. Am I even a moderator? I think I am. There we go. I'm playing this lightly today because I don't want to fuck my wrist up. I don't want to hurt my wrist. Swearing. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, this game is one of those. The tea. Oh, it is tea. The finest tea. Yeah, John. You missed it. Like when Amy picked me up to take me to the station earlier, I said I'd make her tea, and I made her tea to go. Post a comment and you'll see. Am I a moderator? Let me see. Please don't ban me. It's stressing me out. It's not stressful. It's not. It's relaxing. Oh, that bit's stressful actually. I'm really good at not getting annoyed at this game at the moment. It's Oh, there we go. Heck yeah. Maybe I will. Part of me is tempted to stream the lesbian giant robot visual novel, but I don't think visual novels work very well on stream. And again, it would just be like reading a comic. So possibly, it's a very interesting game. It's like Evangelion with lesbians in it. It permits. Oh. Let's get up here. Whoa! I love learning new tricks like that. That could come in handy later in the game. There we go. Let's go up there. I think to play this game, you need to be a 70% masochist, and to watch this game, maybe 20%. Oh, let's go up here. Okay. Ah! I've forgotten how to play this game. Let me have a quick sip of tea. You can't go wrong with a tea. I treated myself to some pepperonis earlier and an oven pizza, which I'm gonna feast on after this stream. Oh, let's see. Part of me wants to stay up all night and read manga as I can. No limits. Okay, it's this house that's the part I always struggle on. So I'm gonna jump up. No. Let's. Okay, we're gonna need to strategize this. Gonna need to workshop this part. Yes, you jump up once, and then you do the spin.
In a
I
certain
think
way,
I'm learning
sexy
it.
hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game.
Oh.
It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's
I
one of the
love
most unusual
I
and
love
unfriendly games of
slowly
its time.
dangling.
In it, your task is simply to drag
Will the
yourself up a
axe
mountain
fall
with
down?
a hammer. And that act of climbing, in
Let's
the
see.
digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor.
I think the axe is
No
falling.
amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
I think Bennett Foddy is my favourite South African man. Ah! What an accent. Okay, let's jump up there. So you can fall down very gradually, you can slip. Whoa! Am I going to lose my progress again? Probably. But once you know how to do it, it's not too difficult to get back up there. This game is the most physical activity I've had in years. Oh. Ah! Hold on, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna need to get up there again, but that's fine. It's a good test of the skills I've learned. Yeah, there we go. I can do it. I can do that again. I'm not stuck on the house anymore. I've solved the housing crisis.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration.
That is a deep
Real punch in the
frustration.
gut.
I think sometimes you don't realize. It's like you're like, oh, that's fine, and then he tells you it's frustrating, and you're like, Mr. Foddy, Bennett Foddy, what are you doing? He's a legend game maker, but he knows how to rile people up. Alright, let's get along here. Whoa. Okay. Ah.
Oof, sorry about that.
That's alright. There we go. But like, yeah, quite a lot of people on the internet like properly rage at this game, and I can understand that. I think it's actually a very, well, it's not very, it's a little forgiving. It's like, I've always found the Dark Souls games that people do complain about those a lot. I think they're quite forgiving. It's just like losing in a game is maybe the best way to learn how to win at the game, I feel. Then again, there is a place for games that are fun and forgiving and easy to learn, so I do understand the balance. It's a delicate balance. There we go. I think that's the best method that
Oh, it happened again.
the
Keep on
hurricane's
trying.
been.
Don't let it get to you.
It's so patronizing. I love it. 70% masochist. There we go. Slowly. Take it easy. I wonder how comfortable it would feel actually doing this. Like in a pot. Not very. Whoa. How are we holding up there, guys? Is the tension a bit too much? Oh. I have got a nice relaxing game in mind if this becomes too much. So, don't worry. Okay, I've got to just do this slowly. Can't rush. Can't rush. There we go. Gotta do it slowly. Let's not go there. May have to change the mouse sensitivity. Whoa. There we go. The anxiety is real. I love this game. It's anxiety simulator. Actually, I find this game makes me need toilet a lot more than most other games because if I have anxiety, I do need the toilet. I need an anxiety pee. Ooh. Okay, maybe I just need to chill for a moment. So I remember, John, you told me you played this game before, and like I was quite impressed. Like you did better than I did at it. It is I think it's quite a fun game, but it's definitely a trip. I don't know. I actually watched the creator play it on a stream on Kotaku with my gaming hero Tim Rogers, and he didn't make it look easy, but he made it look not impossible. I know he's the creator of the game, but the creator of the game isn't necessarily always an expert. So if I'm talking about stuff, I seem to do better. I think it's like a kind of Zen focus. You need to not pay attention. It needs to be effortless discipline. Oh. Okay, okay. I can do this. Yes. All right. So now we've got quite far. No one's gonna stop us now. Anxiety simulator. I think there was a game that I did call the anxiety simulator. I think it's In the Woods. It's like a visual novel where you play as a cat person. A Neko. Okay. He shoots. He doesn't score. Okay, let's see. The problem is there's a slide here, but luckily that stopped me. Yes, okay. I've got to get slowly raise myself here. Drop it there. Okay. So what I'm going to aim to do is I'm going to do a jump upwards, and then I'm going to do a hammer spin. There we go. I knocked down the Costa Cup.
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree.
That name
blocks the
just
way to
always
the
cracks me
entire
up.
rest of the game.
Let's
It
see
might
what
take you
Bennett
an
has
hour
to
to
say.
get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach
No
and your
limits.
strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake.
This guy's a
can
really
completely
good
confident in
speaker,
your
I think.
ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
I kind of feel inspired by everything he says. Okay, so the part that's coming up is in a stream by the creator. He referred to it as the Devil's Chimney, and he said that is the part where people decide whether they want to keep playing the game or not. And I haven't got past that yet, so let's see what I can do. This is where it begins. Oh, maybe I'm going a bit too fast there. Anxiety simulator. Whoa. Okay, I think the faster you go, the easier it is to get frustrated at the game. I'm hiding it well, but it is quite a frustrating game. Whoa. That's alright. I think there's something really satisfying about playing it, though. I don't know. I don't understand why, but there is something satisfying about it. It feels like you're popping a zit. It's like satisfying, but it really shouldn't be satisfying. Zit is such an American word. What's the British word for it? A pimple. A pimple. Pimple supreme. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely gonna earn that oven pizza today. Oh. At least I'm not stuck at the house anymore. If I fall down from here, it'll be okay. It'll be a bit annoying though. Let's get on top of this. There we go. So guys, I was reading this comic, Secret Wars, and the writer, what's his name, Jonathan Hickman, is famous for writing Fantastic Four, and I've never really read a Fantastic Four comic before, apart from the issues where they've appeared in Spider-Man. I know Human Torch is basically a Spider-Man character these days, but this is fantastic. It's like Doctor Doom becomes god of the world, and like he completely rewrites the world after both Marvel universes have been destroyed, both the Ultimate Universe and the regular 616 universe, and they get fused into one called Prime Earth later. But it's really good. There's like things like an army of Hulks. There's an army of Thors. There's an Infinity Gauntlet. I actually felt much. I loved the Infinity Wars movie, but I felt much more excited by this, which is never really going to be made into a movie unless the Fantastic Four come to the Marvel Universe. I mean, it could. One thing they could do if it becomes a movie is, because it has alternate dimensions, put the Fox movies and the regular Marvel movies in it together. But then again, you can't really put the Fox Fantastic Four because Johnny Storm is played by Captain America. It's the same actor. But I really enjoyed it, and I would love to stream Secret Wars if it wasn't too expensive to buy it online. Because honestly, I've never had my mind blown so much by an event. Oh, Age of Ultron, the start of that was really promising, as far as an event goes, and it was really good. I never finished it, but and Civil War, I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed by, except for all the Spider-Man stuff and Back in Black, which was really cool. I was a bit disappointed by Civil War. I'm not really a fan of Frank Miller's Factory of Fun, as I like to call it. I'm not sure why. He's
If
got
I
an
messed you
interesting
up, you
art
can
style,
mute me in
but
the
he
settings.
didn't do the art for it, fortunately. I think it's Frank Miller. I'm not sure. Right, let's jump up here. Ooh, there we go. I'm stuck down here again. I think this is the kind of game where I'm not sure how interesting to watch it is if the person is not getting salty at it. But I don't. I'm doing this as a challenge for myself. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to keep going like this, then I'm going to try turning the mouse sensitivity down because the creator tested this on a really bad Windows 95 mouse that he got for like £5 or $5. He said, I'm not sure. The dollar to pounds these days is ridiculous. Like, I think that might just be comic shops though, which they've got to do import tax, so it's fine. Oh, so close yet so far. Okay, let's see. Check. I like to covertly check my phone during streams. I think that was obvious. That's why the window is so small. Okay, let's go up there. I think the main thing I like about streaming is it gives me an excuse to play a game. Like, I would have happily played this on my own in silence, but I love the fact that I can talk about it and play it and chat with people, and then I can put it online on YouTube. I feel people are more likely to watch it on YouTube, just making me consider streaming things on YouTube. But the whole, it seems like a bit of a headache because YouTube are a lot stricter with like issues such as copyright. I'm not going to say legal issues, because the only legal issue that I care about is copyright for these streams. Okay, I think the problem here is that he can't twist the hammer. So I need to jump up. And I need to angle myself slightly. Now, if this goes wrong, I am fucked and I'm going to fall down to the beginning. Let's see. No, it went wrong, but I wasn't fucked. It was good. I tell you what would be true torture, playing this game while listening to Gangnam Style in repeat. Oppa Gangnam Style. Okay, okay, that's fine. This is fine. It's fine. Yeah, as so Owen, like for those watching who don't know, he's a friend of mine. He says that whenever I'm lying, I do a high pitched voice, like I'm fine, it's fine, and I definitely do that. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get up here. All right. Hmm. So one thing is when I do streams that are mostly silent or stationary, I always worry that people might be bored of them, but I always get like at least one comment from someone who says it was actually pretty good. So that's good. Let's see. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me have another sip of tea. Yeah. So the game I was talking about, the lesbian giant robot game, is called Heaven Will Be Mine, and it's a really good indie game. It's got really good production values. It's got great music, and the characters are really fun. However, I don't really know how safe for work the game is. So I, and again, we're past the watershed. Who knows? Okay, let's go up here. Oh, okay, I've fallen. I might put some music on in a moment, just for the sake of it, spicing things up a bit. There we go. Maybe I should talk about something because that distracts me from playing. So I got loads of green tea today, which is awesome. And I was having a conversation with the dude at the counter of Japan Center in Japanese, and I had a lot of fun with that. I've made me realize I've really neglected my Japanese study, but I can still get by enough to talk to people.
If you need to take a break, it's okay. I've saved your progress.
Oh, thank you. See what I can do. But yeah, it's really fun. knowing a language. It's like a secret, and like I was just talking to the guy in English first. He had no idea that I could speak Japanese. And then when I started speaking Japanese and making jokes, he loved it. I said "Yukichi ga naiteyu," which means Yukichi is crying, and Yukichi is the name of the guy on the 10,000 yen bill. And I said, hold on a second, it's probably not Yukichi, it's Elizabeth. Elizabeth is crying. Elizabeth ga naiteru, this is Queen Elizabeth. Or is it Queen Victoria? But yeah, I think sometimes I miss living in Japan, but I'm quite happy at the moment living in England. So I've got such great friends. I did miss everyone when I was in Japan. I had some good friends in Japan, but just so much more. Hone your skills by teaching me Japanese. John, I would be so up for that. Just give me a day, bro, and I'll help you with it. Like honestly, I'm not because I'm not working at the moment. I have massive chunks of time right now, and I'd be really happy. I could teach you both Japanese at the same time. We could do a classroom. We could get anyone else that wants to learn it as well, and that would be awesome. Like I I do really I did I had a friend who wanted to learn Japanese once, and I met him to learn like one time or two times, but he just didn't really want to commit to learning it in the end. But yeah, I'd be really happy to do it. I love teaching people stuff when it's not too stressful, and I don't think it would be stressful teaching my friends Japanese. I'd love that. Oh man, that would be so good. Yeah, I'd be up for teaching you guys Japanese. We could have tea as well, tea time with Japanese. It'd be so good. As I say, just let me know a good time. It could be in the week or on a weekend. I would prefer. Well, I'd prefer in the week myself, but I know it's a bit inconvenient sometimes to do stuff in the week. So just let me know, and we could change. It could be sporadic days. Um, so like imagine, imagine if there was a stream episode dedicated to learning Japanese. That'd be a bit hard to do, but I'd love it. But yeah, it's fun. Like so when I was younger, I did do French classes at school because I had to, and I didn't really understand why I would want to learn another language. But like, it's really fun to just have that secret, and even if you only know a couple of words in it, people really appreciate. People get excited about those few words, you know. If you talk, if the only Japanese words you knew were konnichiwa and wabi sabi, which is a really complicated nuanced word for the fact that things are precious because they end. It's like for example, you say wabi sabi about a cherry blossom because it dies, and it's precious because it's only around for a few months, and that concept is like a really great. So if you say, cherry blossom, that's wabi sabi, someone would love that. So it's just knowing like one or two words can really make someone's day. And when I was an English teacher, I had to pretend I didn't know Japanese at all. So if I told them one word or so like that,
This
they'd
thing that
love
we
it.
call failure
Oh, I
is not
fell
the
down.
falling down, but the staying down.
I agree with
Mary
that.
Pickford.
Very deep. Thank you, Miss Pickford. All right, so it's about not it's not about the falling down. Failing is staying down, and I'm not going to stay down. No limits. Is going to get back up with his hammer in hand. I I actually get really inspired by this game sometimes. Actually, it's cool. It's like it's ridiculous and frustrating as an experience it is. I think it goes to show like I don't know. Maybe I'm being too deep here, but I think sometimes even the most irritating things and frustrating things have value, and you don't realize that they're actually really funny at the time when they're happening. And this is a great example of that lesson. I don't think that's what the creators intended, but I don't care. Good. And I like this game because it like I I'm a positive person, and but sometimes I need reminders, and this game is definitely a reminder for me. It's weird, as weird as it sounds. It shouldn't be inspiring at all, but I see the value of this game. It's like I used to meditate, and I haven't really been able to meditate so much recently. But this game does feel like meditating. How like it's kind of meditative. All right, let's get around there because I found you do best at this game when you're not well, when you're both not thinking of doing well in it and you are thinking of doing well. It's interesting with the mouse sensitivity low, though, it feels really light and maybe doesn't replicate the experience of how the character feels. I know it's not real, but you know. Whoa. Funny thing about this character, actually, the guy who made this game just found the guy on Adobe Effects and just like used the free asset. Respect that. Because he wanted it to make it in the spirit of B games, which are games that just thrown together in the last minute. And you know, for a game that's thrown together, it does actually look really polished and quite good. The physics are great; they're the best part, to be honest. He also made a game called Quap, where you play as a runner who doesn't really have control over their legs. I'm sure like everyone's played that game, and I suck at it. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. It's called Quap because you use Q, W, O, and P keys to run, if you can call it running. Hold on a second. Let me lower the mouse sensitivity. This might be a bad idea. It's interesting because the guy in this is voiced by the narrator as well. Okay, what's that cop doing up there? It's kind of a bit tougher to maneuver him with the mouse sensitivity low, but it's harder to slip up as well. It does make the game a bit more physically exerting, though. Um, Actually, one of the reasons I like this game is because I've got a bit of a muscle condition, which means I tire out really easily. And this game, it actually feels like really physical to play, and it does make me feel like I'm actually exercising. It's interesting. Um, and it seems cool. Like I feel like it for me, this game replicates the physicality and the fact that it's really hard for this character to do stuff. I like stuff like that. I like a game that can make me think. I think, as I said before, anything, a game, a piece of music, or a book could be literature. I think this is literature because it makes you think. My definition of literature is something that either makes you think, makes you laugh, or makes you cry. This game hasn't made me cry yet, fortunately. It's made me laugh, and it's made me think. So, and I think 2 out of 3 ain't so bad. So I do. Maybe it's the ramblings of a madman here, quite possibly. But I do feel like this game is a special experience. Will I ever complete it? Who knows? I know though that I'm gonna not start from the beginning again. I'm gonna continue from here in future, even if I stop it. So I've been playing this game for about an hour now, maybe half an hour. Feels like years. How are we holding up, team? All right, let's see. If I jump here, it's hard getting used to this mouse sensitivity, but it does actually feel like you've got the hammer in your hand. Got the whole world in his hands. Sorry, hymns. I I'm not religious, but I do love hymns. They own. It's hymns o'clock. That's what they should call songs of praise. They should call it hymns o'clock. I'd be well up for that. Okay, I think team is good. Yeah, it's good to hear, John. I love it. Let me increase the mouse sensitivity a bit because it's hard to play like that. Motion blur. I didn't know this had motion blur. Okay. I fell down there. Ooh, I gotta cover my mouth when I yawn because like I've got a real thing about yawning. I've noticed. I've seen myself do it. There we go. It's not. It's a bit easier now with the sensitivity turned up. There's a sweet spot which I need to work out. Man, like if I make if I make maybe a non-religious version of Songs of Praise, I'll call it Hymns O'Clock, and it's going to have heavy metal covers of hymns. It'll be wicked and enjoyable for all. I think there's something behind that idea. What time is it? It's Hymns O'Clock. I mean, the hymns themselves will not be changed, but the way that they are enjoyed will be changed. Okay. It's interesting. This guy's pot is filled with some kind of liquid, yet you never see him sweat. It's interesting. Maybe it's pee. I keep saying that. I think the problem with this part is it's hard to jump because you're on a downward slope. I love the way he holds the hammer like it's a sword. It's so cool. That's probably the main reason I got this game because it looks cool how he does it. It's like he's holding a sword. Oh. So another game about climbing a mountain, which is a bit more relaxing and still really difficult actually, but not anywhere near as punishing as this, is Celeste, which is one of my favorite games. I was thinking of rebuying it for the PC, but I also want to rebuy it for the Switch. Um, I'd have to use Remote Play to play it for my PlayStation 4, which is probably going to be the best way. Ooh. Although if I do get a capture card, I'll be able to stream my Switch, which I really want to do. Because purely because of how you don't really need to faff around with the Switch. If you want to play it, you just use the controllers. The only faffing around would be finding the settings for streaming. And like I just think the easier it is to stream, the better. Okay, let's go this. I'm gonna put some music on in a bit. Maybe put some vaporwave on or some hit vibes because I'm in the hit vibes mood. The good times. Okay, can I see? The problem is when you extend the hammer. Oh, depending on the angle you're using, when you extend the hammer, it could push you out, which is why you need to let go slightly. You need to swing an arch, let go, and then swing another arch in quick succession. Wait, let's see. If you let go, I don't think that makes sense. I'm sorry. But that's my strategy, and I'm going to go with it. So I think I'm going to be able to get up to the top. Or not to the top, to the real hard part. So if this game looks difficult, think of how difficult it is for this guy, man. He must be knackered. Found virtual object, though he might be. Okay. I still can't get over the description for this game on Steam. It says, I made this game for a certain type of person to hurt them. It's hilarious. You don't see that kind of dark humor in marketing for games. I guess because this game was a relatively low risk game. It was a passion project that was made quite quickly, of just out of found materials and objects by one person. So I guess the more people you've got in your game, you can't really take risks like that. By like, because I guess that comment, although it's funny, would maybe be seen as arrogant from a AAA developer. Not that I would think that. It's interesting. Okay. Oh, so it's getting a bit hot in here. I've still got the window closed. It's madness. Right, let's get up here. There we go. Wow. Nope, nope, stop. It's really easy to make a mistake and lose a lot of progress in this game, but just gotta get over it, as the title tells us to do. There we go. I'm quite glad I streamed today, because I normally don't stream on a Saturday evening, and it's quite relaxing. It's nice. There we go. I would love to open my new green tea packet for some ASMR, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to treat that. I'm going to be greedy and give that ASMR to myself. Let's see. I think I need to change the sensitivity again. I'll make it a bit lighter. I'm being a bit too punishing on myself. I find that motion blur hilarious. I don't know why. Oh, I've fallen down. Should be a lot. Alright, let's go back. Back to the bottom. It's fine. I've learned a lot about this game. I'm now 9% proficient at it. Oh. Okay. I think I might take a tea break in a moment. Some salt is appearing. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Let's put on some nice relaxing music in the background while I'm gone. Let's see. Be right back. Hopefully this won't freeze my account I'm listening to. Be right back. This music is awesome. I love it, especially with the video. So this is. Can everyone hear me? By the way, I'm worried that the audio level might not be so good. Just tell me how it sounds. But this is called like. So these mixes are on a channel by someone called Asphenic. And I definitely recommend them. I always listen to them when I'm doing writing or something. It's the best. I'm not going to check my Twitter. Oh, oops. No, I'm not gonna check my Twitter or Facebook on stream. Okay. It sounds great. Good. I was messing with the audio levels earlier. Oh wait, I'm recording luckily. So the video is so cool. I came in today and I was absolutely exhausted and I fell asleep for like an hour and a half listening to this and other videos on this channel. It was so good. It was such a wonderful experience. Definitely recommend it to anyone. But I might even do some writing in a bit after this and just continue listening to it. Okay. See, I always find that music relaxes me while I'm playing this game. I always find. I've been playing this game maybe 3 days. The only thing is, I feel that like I've lost my Vox Pop cover for my microphone, so I could hear my breathing sometimes. I know it probably can't be heard by people on the stream, but it's irritating for me. Ah. I'm after this, I'm gonna switch on the Switch and I'm gonna play another playthrough, start to finish, of Sonic Mania, and then I'm gonna read some manga. It's gonna be good. Treat myself. I might even be tempted to order a Chinese. I did get an oven pizza, but whoa! Oops. This is not actually the name of the music, it's the music playing in the game. Whoa. It just mixes really weirdly. I think I love listening to music that doesn't have lyrics. I love listening to music that does have lyrics as well, because some of my favorite music has lyrics, of course. But I think it's such a treat to listen to music that doesn't have lyrics. Just put your own imagination to it. Whoa. It's a weird mix of sounds. These two tracks go really well together. Wait, let me. I think that's enough of this music. So I've got to let go. No, letting go wouldn't work. I've got to jump here. I think. No. Hold it. Yes! I did it! I did it! Yes! So, the secret is, you've got to let go, and then you got to swing. Yodelay! Oh, yes. What time is it? It's yodel time. I feel like going to be away from the next 10 minutes, so Amy is looking after the moderating for 10 minutes. No problem, John. Thank you. You guys are doing a great job with the moderating. I feel safe with you two moderating me. Thank you for the safety. Arigatou gozaimasu. I am so proud. But the next part. Okay, so it's kind of clear sailing for a panel or two. Let's go up there. Nope. Oh, I need to get up there now. Oh, I know what to do. I know just what to do here. No, not that. Yeah, you propel yourself from the rock. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to get myself up, then I'm going to bounce into the rock to the left and go diagonally in a perfect world. Maybe edge myself closer to it. I'm really proud of getting up there. No, I don't think that strategy is going to work as well as I think it is, because it will take me too long to get up there. So, I think definitely this game needs some chill music to accompany it.
Obstacles
Oh
in
yes.
section hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain.
This goes really well. The
I'd have
music
an
as well
idea
when
for
it's
a new
talking.
obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn
Did
out
actually
to be
get to this point
unreasonably
before.
hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Alright. Wah! Oh, I need to. This is a really hard part. But anything in this game can be done. That's what I tell myself when I'm at a hard part in this game. It's like everything, every puzzle in this game has a solution. And what? Oh, that was so close. So if I let go, I'm gonna lose all of my progress. Not today. To quote JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, words like impossible and limits, they don't apply to us. Not today. So this part is the Devil's Chimney it's referred to. It's really hard. That doesn't sound right.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that
Sorry,
can be
I'm
like
talking
working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world.
It goes so
without
well with the
breaking it
music.
into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
So I think if I push the rock, it'll be alright. So I have a feeling Twitch is probably going to mute the audio after I do this, but don't worry, I'm recording it. So I can just put the audio straight, I can split it straight up to YouTube. I mean, the YouTube video is breaking copyright anyway. As long as I just put Creative Commons license and say what I'm doing, it should be alright. And I think that I think that the copyright algorithms on websites are more for things that have lyrics. Okay, maybe. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. So I think before I go and figure out how to do the next part, I need to master this part. Oh, that was really risky. Whoa.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
Yeah. So you gotta propel yourself up to the red part. Then from the red part, you've got to risk falling off the edge completely. Sounds good. I like it. Oh, what am I doing? I need to get past this bit again. Simple. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no.
The soul would have no rainbow, and the eyes no tears. John Vance Chain.
That was a really good time for that quote. Nice. I'm gonna open a window. Oh, I need to. Alright. I can do this really easily now. At least the first part. I'm going to complete this level at least.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
Whoa. Whoa, that quote is really deep. I don't really agree with it. It's like it implies that happiness turns into sadness, and like I don't know. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think it's like a transaction. For C.S. Lewis to have a quote like that, I don't really know much about his history, but he must have gone through some stuff. There we go. Let's go up here. Back up there now.
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
It's so chill listening to the music and hearing the quotes. Maybe my voice is chill as well. One thing I do really like about streaming is a lot of people tell me it's relaxing, and I've always considered myself to have very hyperactive kind of energy, and it makes me happy that I can relax people as well, I guess. And you know, if the stream makes people feel relaxed, that's good. I know it's probably making people feel really anxious watching this game. That's why it's balance. Balance is the key. Let's take a quick rest. The first time I started playing this game, I used to get really annoyed when I fell down the hill. Not visibly, but I would get annoyed. Now, not really so much, because really in this game you're doing the same thing the whole game. You're still having the same amount of fun. Your progress is just not going up. And it's weird, like, oh, thank you, Amy, it's good to hear. But it's strange because when we're playing games, sometimes we're so fixated on progress. And I found that with Sonic Mania, I could complete it. I can't get the Chaos Emeralds yet, but I could complete it. And I see it as something I must make progress in. But when it comes down to it, the joy of movement is what makes Sonic such a good game. You can have that joy of movement and not have to worry about progress. You can just go back to your favorite levels. And I feel that, like, I don't really care about achievements in games and stuff, but I think the way games are consumed and played these days, a lot of newer games, they make it you care a lot more about progress. One example was I was playing a series of games called Higurashi no Naku Koroni, which are these horror games. Which they're not really horror games. They've got some really nice, beautiful stories actually sometimes, but a lot of the stories are quite scary, and horror is what draws people to the game first. But anyway, these games had a progress meter which tells you how much you've read of the game, of the story, and it's like Kindle when you read a book. It tells you how much I've turned this feature off. It tells you how much progress you've made through the book, and it's like you're thinking, I want to finish this story. I want to finish this book. I want the percentage to go up. But really, you should. I'm enjoying it, and I forget about that sometimes when I see percentages. That's why I've turned off percentages in my Kindle. I go through phases. I love the Kindle, but sometimes I just read regular books as well. And when I read a regular book, I just don't check my page number anymore. I think that's why I've become quite fast at reading. So I don't want to finish the book anymore. I don't want to finish playing the game. I want to just enjoy it. And I don't know where it happened, but somewhere along the lines, games became things that people want to complete. That's why games like Animal Crossing are so great, because you don't ever complete them. Although I struggle with them because you don't complete them, so that's a different thing. And I guess this game, you are striving to complete it. But I think when you forget about trying to complete it, you do better than you do when you're trying to complete it. Because really, I'm not. I had to think about the key of why I'm playing this. I'm not playing it to show off. I'm kind of playing it to increase my patience and to improve an aspect of myself. And when doing that, you don't really need to worry about progress. Any progress is progress. It doesn't matter how far up a mountain you can climb. So in the end, that's only an external thing. The internal thing's important. What you actually feel. John says Kindles are great for holiday, but you can't beat the feel and smell of a real book. Yeah, like seriously, especially a comic book. I was reading, so as I say, I was reading Secret Wars, and that brand new comic smell. It's delicious. It like, and there was a book I read. Like there was a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory information book I read as a kid. It was like a character guide for a manga, but it wasn't a manga. And the pages were actually scented to smell like chocolate. It was amazing. And that kind of experience you just don't get from a Kindle. And also, I know you're a fan of this book as well, John. Where is it? I don't know where I put it, but it's in here. So, one of my favourite books, Good Omens, is like it just got completely battered in my bag, but I don't mind that. I like it. I feel like it shows that this book has been loved and carried with me to loads of places, and I think that I'd rather have a record that I enjoy something this much, like for the pages to be tattered this much. It really means that I love the book. I think that was like my edition of Ulysses I had, and like I'd written notes in it, anecdotal notes that just made sense to no one but me, and the cover was ripped off, but I still kept it on. It was like the spine was like absolutely tattered. And I gave it to my friend Scott in Japan, and he was really moved by the gesture. He gave me his favorite pulling jacket, because he's like, "You can't give me this, Robert. It's too important." And I was like, "I think though, like an object is just an object. The memories are the important thing, and I think something's more valuable when you give it away." because it helps you realize how much you were a fan of it, you know. And one day, I would love to give this copy of Good Omens away to someone who's never read it, purely because it's. I mean, the book is. Your enjoyment of the book is something you've always got with you. No one can take that away, and you can get rid of the book at any time, and allow someone else to get that enjoyment. And I like that. I'm being very deep today and spiritual. I don't know why. I love it though. It's fun. It's maybe the music. Let's see. I'll have another sip of tea. But yeah, you can't beat the feel and smell of a real book. Amy says, I agree. Yeah, like I think it's. I mean, like there's something about giving, like. I gave my ukulele away to my friend Jason in Japan, and it was an ukulele with stickers of cats on it, the Nekolele. And the ukulele was really important to me because at a time where I was a bit down at one point in Japan because I felt like I didn't really have a social life, and I strived to go to ukulele lessons at Dekoboko, my friend's pub, and doing that really helped up my confidence and like helped me like talk to people I didn't really know very much, and it's really important to me. And who knows where the Nekolele is? It could be in a landfill, but then again, Jason loves musical instruments, so I doubt he would throw it away. But I don't care. It's like give it away. You keep the memory of it, and the joy is always there. In fact, I think it's easier to forget about an object if you just leave it lying about and don't really do anything. I can't really talk though because I'm a very materialistic person. I've got a lot of manga. I've got like 200 volumes of manga that's in Japanese that I really should get rid of. But I can't get rid of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have to reread that. It's a brilliant series.
You can hit the escape key if you need to change the mouse sensitivity.
No, I'm good. I love this narrator. He's so polite. Ooh. Quick sip of tea. So I like not making progress in this game. It's not too bad. Okay, let's go up here. It's funny thinking of Japan. The one thing that I do really miss and I could do with now is like a 24-hour diner. You could just go to one of these places and order like some chicken wings or something, or some onion rings or something that's not ringular, and you could just sit there and chill out in the place like until dawn. And it stunk of cigarette smoke and there were loads of drunks there, but like it wasn't really a pub. It had a really chilled atmosphere. And it's like a writers like Haruki Murakami love these places. He's got a book which actually starts out in a diner. And hey, if you could make a vaporwave album to sound like a Japanese diner, that would be the greatest. Oh, it's Taiko. I love Taiko. It's one of my favorite musicians of electronic music. Well, like chill wave music, I think that's what it's called. Anything, you add a wave to the end of it now. Taiko is so good. So I'm going to keep going today until about 11, because I don't want to be too loud. And to keep I keep people up. But I keep going until about 11 or so. I used to listen to this so much, like just the Taiko albums. After a really hard day of teaching, I would just sit down in my classroom and put the Taiko albums on and just mark my books. And sometimes chat with the teacher next door. That's one of the few. I will miss quite a few things of my job now that I've left it. But I think overall,
be happy again. And knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
I think it's hilarious when they put these quotes on. It's just like to own you. This game's got a really great sense of humor. where it doesn't seem like it's telling a joke at all. But it does look hilarious, this game. And seeing the creator like to speak in like hearing him speak and seeing him speak in videos online, he's a really funny guy. And I like that it's just games have a sense of humor now. A lot of games like this, not just indie games either. Oh, I'm back up here now. Nice. This bit is really good when the beat drops. I don't think it is technically the beat dropping. Ah! That was not saltiness then, that was shock. Shock horror. When I climb this mountain, I'm going to name it Mount Rostan. I've my joke is because my novel it begins in the Bromley Library. I want the Bromley Library 100 years after I die. I want them to rename it the Robert Rostan Memorial Library so badly. That's like that. Well, I wouldn't ever know, but like if the place where Ulysses begins is called the James Joyce Tower, why the heck can I not have the Robert Rostan Memorial Library? Maybe I don't know. So I heard a really funny story about James Joyce, the Ulysses writer. He went to Yeats's house in Ireland, like really prolific poet, and he went to his house and he's like, "Your poetry sucks, mate." And Yeats was like, "Well, perhaps I could read some of your poetry." And he's like, "You can, but it would have your feedback would have no effect on it." And then Yeats really liked that, and he was like, "This Joyce guy, he's pretty cool." And it really helped propel his career, interestingly enough. The Robert Rostan School of Rock. Yes. Soon. Is that what the Bromley Library will be renamed? That'd be so cool. Man, School of Rock was an excellent film with Jack Black. He's in the Goosebumps movie, which I really want to see. He plays R.L. Stein. I love Jack Black. Alright, let's see. The School of Rock. Soon. Ah! Oh. Oh man. I was so close to catching an Alolan Raichu today. I failed. I will get one day. Raids in Pokemon are really fun though. I've only done them a few times, but catching a Raichu is exhilarating. Trying to catch a Raichu is exhilarating. Wow. It's getting somewhere music-wise. I think this is like the one game where I can make absolutely no progress after playing it for 2 hours and not mind. There's like, I'm making progress, and you don't need a game to tell you. You don't need completing a game to tell you you're making good use of your time or having fun. I know it's easy to fall into that trap. I do it a lot. But just the joy of playing the game, that's what I'm in for. And this game has really retaught me that. Whee! It is important you take regular breaks from this game though. which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a tea. Let's put on the cool video again in the background. No, that's Facebook. No. Bad Facebook. That's Twitch. I've got 4 viewers. Nice. Howdy. Okay. Oh, it's got a cool cockpit from an anime. I love that. Alright. Burb right back. I'm back. Okay, let's see. So I am very hungry, and I'm considering getting some Chinese food on stream. Oh yeah. I'm only going to be playing for another 37 minutes because I want to let my brother have some sleep. But let's see. What I'm gonna do. Very exciting. I'm gonna go to Just Eat, and I'm gonna get me some delicious Chinese food. What anime is this? I think it's from Pat Labor, the police robots anime. One anime I do want to watch is You're Under Arrest, which is another police anime that I saw some animation from and it blew my mind. It has some really good animation of the characters running, which is fantastic. It's a really, I think, early 90s anime. 1994, I think. Are any Chinese food places open? Let's see. Oh, Mamma Mia is open. That's a good one. That's a good Chinese restaurant. Part of me is considering being a soy boy and getting some tofu black bean sauce. Soy boys! I prefer the term soy man, actually. Okay, so I hate it when there's a minimum spend. It's like I'm gonna spend the money anyway, but let me do it on my own terms. I'll get to Coastal Lake because they do the best tofu and black bean sauce. Not that I want to hand out my geolocation, but let's be honest, everyone watching is someone I know, and you guys own. Thank you. I don't think it counts moderators towards my viewer count. It's interesting. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to order Fat boy ni narimasu. It means I am going to become a fat boy in Japanese. So I'm going to order. It's exciting. For me, it's not exciting for you guys, sorry. It doesn't do it. It does not do it. I think it's in tofu dishes. Veg and tofu dishes. VIP, yes. You have the hammer of justice. You're my justice squad. Doing justice and such. So I'll get 2 tofu and black bean sauces. So I'm a hungry boy. And I would like to have the other one for breakfast tomorrow. This is the way of the Rostat. And I'm gonna get... I'm not paying... I've been spending too much money today. I don't care. Rice dishes. I think I do deserve a treat today. And what rice do I get? I might get... I'm gonna get beef fried rice. Completely defeating the point of getting tofu. Good. And that's $14.60. Oops, that's not £15. I need to get a starter. I'm gonna get some ting. I'm gonna get some sesame prawn toast. I'm sorry, everyone. You know, sometimes there's things a man's gotta do, and if a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Oh, that's expensive. Good. Alright, be right back. I need to get my card details and read them on stream. Good news, everyone. Chinese food is coming. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a mukbang because it's going to arrive 15 minutes after I stop streaming, so my brother can sleep. Sorry. Just for the greater good. Well, so I haven't been playing any games for 12 minutes now. Let's change that. Oh, Dragon Ball GT theme songs coming up. Why? Mukbang. So I was actually talking about, not mukbang, but I was talking about ASMR videos today, and how sometimes you shouldn't leave them on at night time when you're sleeping. There's a reason that I'm not going to say on stream. It's a very non-wholesome reason. There we go. Getting up there. Mukbang. So I remember, speaking of mukbang, like there was this documentary I watched in Japan about these lady eating contest members. They were called the Yamato. Not Yamato. Yamato. They were called the Nadeshkos. The Nadeshko contest. Nadeshko. That being the Yamamoto Nadeshko being the Japanese word or name for the ideal beauty. That's what it means. But basically, the Nadeshko eating contest was like a ladies only eating contest. It was really interesting to see. Like, it was really like fetishized. It's interesting. I'm making it sound weird now, but like it was. Like, one thing that really fascinated me is how like all of them were really thin, even though they're eating loads of things, and it made me think maybe there's like some waste going on afterwards. There we go. I got up that bit really easily. I mean, I respect the Nadeshkos in the eating contest. Anyone who can do an eating contest deserves the utmost respect, but the show was being like really, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what to say about it. It was interesting. I was really enjoying it, actually. Whoa! I have a friend who's an American guy. I haven't seen him in a long time, and he seems like the least likely person to enter an eating contest because he's like a quarterback at American football. Whoa! Did I just break that rock? And he's like, he knows the technique for an eating contest, and again, he's very thin. Oh, well, not thin. I'd say he's got like a good build, you know. And it's interesting because it's like it didn't really scream eating contestant, but he knew his stuff, man, and he could eat. We would always get yakiniku, and like, he's a cool guy. I'd love to get back in touch. If you're out there watching, Matt, you're a cool guy, and I miss you, bro. Whoa. Okay. Stuck it. No, not going back down. So I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I've finished Parks and Recreation, and I want to watch another wholesome comedy where I'll grow really attached to the characters in that way, and I don't know if I will. Part of me does want to rewatch Community, but it's so impossible to find Community on the internet because it's not on Amazon. Maybe if I just find a website for streaming it. I do want to rewatch Community. It's a really wholesome show. There we go. Let's get around here. Playing with fire here. There we go. I need to get up there with enough forward momentum to not too much, so I don't want to go over that cliff face. In your cliff face! Ah!
Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die.
I love that poem. When I first heard it, it really amazed me. Let's see, we still have the audience we once had. Let's check this out. 4 people still. Nice, we're going strong. I don't open Facebook. Why did I do that? Okay, that's. Oh, my door's opening itself. It's so windy. I love it. Let's get back up that hill. We're sure as heck going back up that hill. I'm sure there are people that have made less progress than this. I've made a good amount of progress today though. And as I say, I don't care about completing this game. I don't think I've ever completed a game. I completed Sonic CD on stream. That was the only game I've ever completed, and did complete Sonic and Knuckles as well, but I got stuck on the last boss, Sonic 3. I completed Sonic and Knuckles, I didn't complete Sonic 3. Well, the other way around, rather. Sonic and Knuckles is where the real game begins. I mean, I could watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Parks and Rec from the beginning again, or I could watch a nice Marvel movie like Spider-Man Homecoming again. Nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned rewatch of the thing. Whoa. I'm gonna get up the hill one more time before I stop playing. Whoa. The pesky pipe. I love that's the official name of it, the pesky pipe. I don't mind. I'm enjoying the physics of the game. I think I've gone beyond saltiness now. I've reached nirvana. I'm a helicopter. I'm a living, breathing helicopter.
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Ah, Nietzsche, one edgy philosopher. He's like, oh, look at me, I'm a nihilist. Very good. I don't really like that quote. I mean, it's good to make meaning out of suffering, but I like to think that living is not suffering. It's nice to be alive. Whoa. There we go. The music is really helping me stay motivated for this game though. I mean, I do associate this kind of music with marking books and marking tests, so I think that's why. If you can associate something with something. The pipe again, the pipe. The pesky pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm either going to rewatch something or pick a movie on Netflix I've never seen before. Maybe I'll roll a dice.
Life is a mosaic of pleasure and pain. Grief is an interval between two moments of joy. Peace is the
That's
interlude
good. That's
between
nice.
two wars. You have no rose without a thorn. The diligent picker will avoid the pricks and gather the flower.
I don't think that's intended, but avoid the pricks, that's really funny. I love that double meaning, but it was probably not intended at the time. I'm just messing around now. B, the helicopter. He reminds me like one of the toys in Toy Story that got messed up by that Sid kid. I felt so sorry for those toys in Toy Story that got messed up by Sid, but they were the most wholesome, friendliest, helpful toys in Toy Story. They went out of their way to help Buzz and Woody when they would have otherwise been wrecked. I think Toy Story is actually one of my favorite movies ever made. It's definitely one of my favorite Pixar ones because it's got a really nice message to it. When I was a kid, I always used to cry when Buzz Lightyear could fly, and he's like, Woody's like, you can fly, and he's like, I'm not flying, I'm falling with style. And I love that because it's like Buzz Lightyear accepts he is a toy, and that's fine. He's still cool. I remember I showed it to my class, that movie, Toy Story, because they were getting ready, they're waiting for their turn in the school play at Christmas, and like they were really enjoying it. Whoa.
Sorrow is my own yard, where the new grass flames as it has flamed often before, but not with the cold fire that closes round me this year. William Carlos Williams.
I might not stream this game for a while, but I'm going to keep at it, I think. So I want to do something different. I like to constantly change this channel. I'll tell you what, everyone, I've had fun today, and I hope you've enjoyed today's stream as much as I have. I've loved it. It's been really fun, and I think one aspect of it I really like is the fact that I've got this music playing, and it's going to cause some copyright problems on Twitch, but it's going to be fine. I think the music is quite helpful when I leave the room. There's one thing I didn't like before was when I leave the room, I'm just not doing anything and no one can see anything on the stream. I like the fact I'm solving that. Thanks for coming down and watching. Thank you to my moderators, Amy and John. You guys are the true heroes. You're my bodyguards. Keep me safe. And yeah, I'll see you, everyone. Thank you for watching. To everyone watching today, I hope you've enjoyed the stream as much as I have. I've learned a few things about myself actually during the stream, which has been really good, and it's good. But anyway, everyone, I'm gonna go watch some Netflix and eat Chinese food. You have a fantastic evening. I hope your evening is as awesome as mine's gonna be. See you, everyone. No Limits, signing out.